Hello, everyone. Dr. Anna Kebeka here. It's good to be with you on this Good Friday. This is a very special day, and I am in my 4th day of fasting. So great to see you guys here. Welcome to my day 19 of my 21 lives to Easter. I've been doing these predominantly in my Facebook group, in my Facebook community group, popping in here and there to Instagram. So great to see my Instagrammers, and I'm here to answer your questions, any questions you have. What I've been doing, I'm on day 4 of fasting, and also, in the Keto Green lifestyle. My book coming out is Keto Green 16. Super excited to share this with you. This is a galley copy across the top, so it doesn't have everything in it. The foreword was written by Dr. David Perlmutter, who, if you haven't caught his lives, he's been doing 5 p.m. daily lives talking about the coronavirus, updating us on the current status of affairs in the world and what we are doing for what we can do to up-level our immunity. So I've been thrilled to share his information with my community, but also thrilled that he wrote the foreword to Keto Green 16. So I will share a section of that in just a second. And also, again, here to answer any and all your questions. So good to see you guys. All right. Loretta's joined us. Hi, Loretta. And she says, hi, Dr. Kebeka. I just ordered Keto Green 16. Be sure to get your book bonuses, Loretta, at my website at dranna.com. You can get book bonuses, and those are fabulous. It's a feast menu. It's a feast menu as well as a quick start guide with what your day looks like, getting started with the Keto Green 16 key foods. And yes, Pandolfotina is the question is Keto Green gluten and dairy free? Yes, it's gluten and dairy free because I am gluten and dairy free. And also you can also customize, get a quick glimpse, a quick look at what a day being keto green looks like for you by going to dranna.com. That's my website, but dranna.com/keto calc, and you can kind of see what a day would look like being keto green. And then Keto Green 16, we up level it. It's a 16-day program, and it is fabulous. I want to share with you guys a section of the book talking about what is the one next right step that you can do, because I'm thinking about this time, and I've been talking with my daughters a lot about this, is how do we want to look back on this time we have spent here in quarantine? How do we want to reflect on the days that we've spent, or the about the things we've done, the people we've loved, or how would we like to look back and reflect upon this time? So this is a huge thought shift in mental atmosphere, shift in thought as we reflect on how we can curb our thinking to improve our physical health and our physical immunity and increase oxytocin, the most powerful immune booster in the world, right? Our own hormones, oxytocin, when we get our own hormones in balance, that's just a beautiful thing. So I wrote here about take the one next step, but Sexy Polka Dots wrote, hi, Dr. Kebeka, huge thank you. As Keto Green has been Keto Green for 3 months, it's cured my endometriosis pain. Wow, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that. MS Live says, is it peanut and tree nut free? You can modify it to be, I don't include peanuts in it, but I do allow seeds like watermelon seeds, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds. I allow Brazil nut, pili nuts. Pili nuts are a beautiful, fatty, rich nut. So that is great. Something also to enjoy during this process. So Sexy Polka Dots, I want to share with you that often I'm really excited that you're experiencing these results, because I share many stories in my clinical practice, but also I had one client, Lauren, who was offered hysterectomy was recommended hysterectomy by 3 of her physicians. And she was in her late 30s at the time, and her husband was 8 years younger, and they wanted to conceive a child. And so she came to me as a last resort. And honest to God, in 3 months, she was pregnant. No more endometriosis pain, no more, none of that. She was able to naturally conceive, never had to do a hysterectomy on her. So these lifestyle tweaks are really, really powerful. And if you haven't read my book, The Hormone Fix, I highly recommend it. It is my magnus opus. It's what I want everyone to know. And then my next book coming out May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, Keto Green 16. And we're having great clinical results. But I want to share next one right step. And I want you to share with me your next one right step. So I write in here that often the journey towards self-improvement can feel overwhelming. Well, here's my solution. Ask yourself, what's the one next right step I can take today? It might be as simple as eating a keto green lunch, putting more green veggies on your plate, going to the gym tonight, fitting in an intermittent fast, pampering yourself with some essential oils, a massage or facial, or writing in your journal. Just take one next right step. This has kept me from trying to outrun my past and obsessing over the traumas, griefs, pain, failed relationships, and rejections I, like everyone else, have had. Looking back has a way of pulling us back. And as I like to say, God gave us eyes in front of our face to look forward and not back, right? So cool. So just sharing, I want you to journal today. If I can show you all my journals here that I have, actually, I'll grab them real quick and show you all my journals that I have here. In my exercise clothes today, enjoying this beautiful weather out here in Southeast Georgia. So I have my meditative journal. I keep this journal by the side of my bed, and I like to journal each day. And this journal, key thoughts, key concepts. And then I have my dear friends, Sherry Salata and Nancy Hala of the Pillar Pages. Y'all, I recommend this journal. This journal is at thepillarpages.com. But it is really just a great check-in with yourself, dream setting. They don't like to say goal setting, dream setting for your life. And they hit on key pillars: romance and sex. Yes, for all of us. Health and wellness, spirituality and happiness, friends and family, creativity and innovation, adventure and discovery. So I like to, just write kind of a weekly dream setting, what I want my week to look like, and then I journal in my journal. And so I'm a big fan on journals and daily calendars. I'm old-fashioned when it comes to this. I have all my Google Calendar, but when it comes to getting my thoughts out, just handwriting them works beautifully for me and is so therapeutic. So let's see, we're going to commit to our one next right step. I want you guys who are watching and listening to jot down your one next right step today. What is your one next right step that you are going to take? And also reflect, journal, how would I like, when I look back on this time, 6-9 months from now, how would I like to have experienced it? What can I aspire to experience, to feel? Shall I have been in loving relationships, eating healthy, exercising, helping in our community, doing what we can, just doing the self-care that we know that each of us has to do. So share with me that, and I look forward to hearing your journey. I had a question from Marina. Will the diet fix low estrogens? I'm 43 years old. Can certainly help. Often low estrogen can be from stress. Right now with our many people worrying, we're increasing cortisol, which will then deplete progesterone, it depletes DHEA, it depletes estrogen and testosterone. So adrenal support can really help. My product, Mighty Maca Plus, that has over 30 superfoods, has been shown to increase progesterone and DHEA. So in those ways, that can really help. Detoxifying is very powerful. Detoxifying is very powerful. So it's never a diet alone to fix estrogens, right? In my book, The Hormone Fix, I always say it takes more than hormones to fix hormones, and diets alone are 25% of the picture. Even Keto Green 16, there's a 16-day diet plan, but it's not just about what we eat, it's how we eat, when we eat, maybe even who we're eating with, right? We know that sometimes there's people that can stress us out, and many other factors that I write in here, including my Clean 16, that make a difference in 16 key foods. It definitely helps, Irina. It definitely helps. So let me know how you do on that. So great to see you guys. Thank you guys for joining here today. And let's see, we would love a Keto Green journal with all your teachings in your store, Jean wrote. Jean, I do have one in draft form right now. I am working on that. Is on my to-do list for sure. That is on my to-do list. So thank you. Let's see, I got to put on my glasses to read these small prints here. Venus is here. Hi, Venus. Welcome for joining us. Great to see you guys. You got the Keto Calculator, dranna.com/Keto Calculator. Oh, my daughter is 30 and has very painful periods. Her doctor suggests birth control pills. I was the same way. What's your feeling on them? So if she needs birth control pills for birth control, that's really that's an indication, but also to understand the risks and benefits of birth control. My friend, there are several great books out, including the Period Repair Manual and Beyond Birth Control by Dr. Jolene Brighten is another great book. I suggest she read those books, but also start following, read the Hormone Fix and start following that plan. So, great to be here with you guys. All right. Keto Calculator, Jean put that in, but the short link is dranna.com/Keto Calc. Emily said okay, great. So one right next step is having a Keto Green smoothie instead of a sugary snack. That's a great next right step. When you're feeling that urge, I will hydrate with water. I'm drinking out of my "she believed she could, so she did" cup. So this is one of my favorite sayings. She believed she could, so she did. It's not just faith. It's faith with action. Faith with action produces results. So your one next right step, having faith that we're going to get results, and we will, one step at a time. And so what is a one step that you can take right now so that when you look back on this time, 6 months, 9 months from now, you are so glad you made that one next right step, right? You are experiencing the huge benefits from this. So great. And guys are getting on board. Awesome. Cheryl said her next right step, I'm going to take a nice long bath tonight, which isn't something I do often. Ooh, I tell you, bathing is underrated. Let me tell you, it is fabulous. And adding some essential oils. Who in here loves essential oils? Definitely give a like or heart and let me know if you use essential oils and some of your favorites. Some of my favorites for getting a nice restful night's sleep include lavender. I love lavender. I love bergamot. Those are two of my favorite essential oils, and that's a good way to start. All right, great. Deb wrote, next right step, viewing food as energy versus a crutch. I'd like to reflect back and see this time as one with equal parts enjoyment and control. Appreciate your approach, books, Dr. Anna. Thank you, Deb. Thanks for sharing this. This is really, I love that you're sharing this, because viewing food as energy versus a crutch. And it just brought to mind the a quote, and I forget who said it to me, but you are responsible for the energy you bring into a room, right? So we are energetic beings, and using food to nourish us. Right now in my Keto Green community, I know there are several of us that are fasting right now, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, breaking fast on Easter Sunday. And today I started fasting with Keto Green shakes and bone broth on Tuesday and Wednesday. So yesterday was a full day of water, herbal tea, and clear chicken bone broth in the evening. And today is just water and herbal tea and a couple shots of mighty maca because I was really acidic and feeling a headache. And again, different times it's easier, and different times fasting can be more challenging. But like anything else, fasting is a muscle that we can exercise. But the benefits of fasting, especially as we approach middle, our second spring. I heard that expression for in Japan. They use a term, and I forget the term. I want to say it's kanoko, but I'm not sure. And it reflects the terminology for menopause, which is second spring. I thought that was just really lovely. So I'm using that. So when we approach our second spring, what that feels like, how we approach that, getting getting into our optimum physiology makes a difference. I'm looking at here. I got some love coming here. Tanya is fasting with us. Great. Perfect. Got a lot of people loving essential oils. And we have praise on my faith with action. Great. A lot of comments in here. I'm running through them here now. Okay. Hi, Dr. Anna. Maintaining my fast, may have to modify slightly, adding a shake to my meal plan, for I may need something while I am working the night shift. Right. Awesome. Discern what you need and what you don't need. I'm here to hold you accountable. If you're like, okay, I'm going full on and I'm holding you accountable, perfect. But knowing your body, knowing your limits, especially entering a night shift, listen to your instinct, listen to your intuition. All right. Okay, let's see. Laura said, does fast improve problems with cortisol? And I agree with Jean about journaling. Fasting really focuses on insulin sensitivity. Getting Keto Green, checking your urine pH, is a way we can discern how well are we nourishing our body, our mind, how are we managing cortisol. The more stressed we are, the more acidic our urine pH. So in that way, that can really help. But again, getting insulin sensitive also helps, controls blood sugar, and helps us to manage cortisol as well. So it does work as well to do that. Absolutely. Great. Let's see here. I got a question that said, oh wait, okay, let's see. Got a lot of people. Hey, you guys. Janelle said essential oils are the best. Love lavender for bath and headache. So we have a lot of people that love lavender showing up here. Definitely. Jackie Priest said maca helped me in the past with hot flashes, but not so much now. I've not used straight maca, but I know the research for straight maca inside and out, and it can definitely help. Mighty Maca Plus, it's a maca, organic Peruvian kosher maca from the highlands in Peru, with 30 other superfoods, including quercetin, turmeric, resveratrol, grapeseed extract, uña de gato, all these other really potent natural ingredients that can help support our body's natural inflammatory process from multiple directions. So I'm highly recommend it. We are out of the canisters because of high demand, and we will be getting more in, but we have the single sticks. We have the single packet. So that's going well. Yes, and it can definitely help with hot flashes. We had a question. My daughter was on birth control for acne. She's 21. She came off them 5 months ago and still no period. Any suggestions? That, is definitely worth seeing her gynecologist about this and seeing what else is going on. hormone testing to look for something called hypothalamic amenorrhea would be part of a typical workup, as well as an ultrasound to look. And sometimes it's just a matter of resetting, giving her some estrogen, and I would use bioidentical progesterone. Her doctor would typically prescribe some estrogen and bioidentical progesterone for one cycle to create a withdrawal bleed. And of course, as an obstetrician and gynecologist, we rule out pregnancy. We want to rule out pregnancy, hypothalamic amenorrhea, any ovarian cyst, or ultrasound. So there are that's the next right steps. Emily said, faith with action. Yes, we love that. Jean said, voice cut out on the name of the book you suggested for birth control questions. Could you repeat? Yes, the Period Repair Manual is one, the Period Repair Manual, and there is also the Period Fix and Beyond the Pill. Beyond the Pill is by Jolene Brighton. Lara Bryden wrote the Period Repair Manual, and Nicole, her last name is escaping me, wrote the Period Fix. So all three fabulous books. I mean, I have, 4 daughters in the house. I read every one of those books and encouraging my daughters to read them too. Great. Tanya said, I love essential oils. We have fans of lavender. Dr. Maritza Snyder gave me the blend combination of lavender, clary sage with bergamot. Mix it up in water or witch hazel. Shake it up and spray it on your pillows, spray it on yourself. I have to get the clary sage, so I'm getting ready to make that. But I'm using lavender and bergamot, and I love bergamot. Is one of my favorite essential oils. So if you guys haven't tried that, Earl Grey tea is bergamot. And if you love that smell, try the essential oil. Gina said, hi, Dr. Quebec. I'm new to your group, and I'm so happy I found you. Gina, I'm so happy you're here. Welcome. Mary said, I'm with Emily, meditating on the Holy Weekend and serving others by phoning with support and prayers. I know you will look back on this time and feel so blessed, Mary, to have this time with Emily and to be doing this together. So thank you for doing this. I'm feeling your prayers from here. So thank you. Tanya's fasting. We got that faith with action. She believed she could, so she did. Oh, feeling the love. Tanya wrote, I love Mighty Maca. Let's see here. Charlene said, it's good to see your face, Dr. Quebeca. Good to see you, Charlene. Gina loves eucalyptus. Let's see. Lavender and chamomile. Christine wrote, what do you mix with your shake when I'm fasting? So for me, I use my Keto Green shake, 1 or 2 scoops, mixed with 1 or 2 scoops of Mighty Maca, and I fill up my shaker bottle with water, shake that up, and that's it. Typically when I'm fasting, that's it. I don't blend anything else into it. But just starting out for avoiding solid foods for a few days, you can go ahead and experiencing a Keto Green smoothie, adding in some greens, some maybe even ginger to help with digestion, some healthy fats like avocado or MCT oil, and you can make that more substantial. And so for a protein, my Keto Green protein mix it's a nut seed vegan protein blend with also all the essential minerals and vitamins in their bioavailable form. So for me, it's the gold standard, and 0 grams of sugar. When you're using protein powders, really look to see how many grams of sugar you're using, because that can make a difference. And also, so you can do that, and then definitely bone broth or alkaline broth to use while you're fasting as well, and in between. So when you're feeling hungry, you can do that combination. Let's see. All right. Karen wants me to talk about PPR Cream. PPR Cream is one of my favorites. Pure Balance PPR Cream has progesterone and pregnenolone in it, and I combined that with tripeptide 29 for its anti-aging benefit. Why not, right? And other essential oils that are really beautiful. So using that right now daily, but typically you take 1 to 2 nights off a week if you're postmenopausal, and also if you're postmenopausal, you could do it daily and just take 3 to 5 nights off per month. We always want to reset the receptor sites when we're using topical progesterone. And then it has also pregnenolone in it. So that's the Pure Balance PPR cream. And if you're menstruating, we use that during the luteal phase. If you're having PMS, PMDD, menstrual migraines, that's helpful as well. So let's see here. We had a bunch of questions on Instagram as well. Pandolfo, Tina said, I put maca in my coffee every morning. Can I use that instead? You know what we do? We do Mighty Maca Plus just with hot water often, and that's a tea. So I definitely wouldn't mix it with coffee. I love my coffee just by itself. Now, if you come up with a good recipe, share that with me. Lily asked, recommendations for fasting when doing it for the first time. So that's a great question. And I did a live, it's in my Facebook community. I did a live the other day on the different types of fasting and how you can modify fasting for yourself, different ways. Water fasting, doing keto green shakes. So typically for the first time, if you haven't fasted before, you know, how well have you intermittent fasted? Have you gone 12 hours, 14, 16 hours without eating for a regular time period? And fine if not, then you want to start with typically just smoothies. Look on my website at my Keto Alkaline Protein Shake and my Keto Green Protein Shake. Those are the gold standards. Low inflammatory, rich in antioxidants, vitamins and minerals. So you're well nourished, and they're both vegan blends, gluten-free, dairy-free, because I can't have any dairy. So these products I bring in or created have, or because I couldn't find anything acceptable. So these are great options. So drink a couple scoops, and you can add first time out. Just do 3 days of very low inflammatory smoothies. And these are keto green smoothies. And there are a lot of recipes on my website for that. So that's a great question. And Jackie said, please tell me what you're drinking during a 24-hour fast. Right now, I am just drinking water. I had a couple scoops of Mighty Maca in water, so I'm really hydrating well today, and I'm drinking water and herbal tea, decaffeinated herbal tea. And but the other 2 days, first 2 days of my fasting, I did my keto green shake with a couple scoops of Mighty Maca, and I did 2 of them a day with 2 scoops each. So essentially 4 scoops of my keto green shake with 4 scoops of Mighty Maca for the whole day, and then bone broth in between. Homemade bone broth. I just love making it myself. I do have some favorite bone broth suppliers too that you can buy. So it's really great. So Callie said, I totally need to purchase some. Let me know how you love it. And Elizabeth said, you look beautiful, very energetic. Thank you. It's just a beautiful day. I'm feeling great. And Callie said, I'm 50, had a partial hysterectomy about 10 years ago. I wrote a couple blogs on hysterectomy at dranna.com. So check that out. Can be the best thing ever, but we have to balance hormones. And often my clients with a hysterectomy are not given the option to use bioidentical progesterone. And when I use that in clients after their hysterectomy, they would tell me, Dr. Anna, I feel like a cloud has lifted. Progesterone affects more than our uterus, affects our brain, our bone, our fascia, and can definitely help us get a good night's sleep. So give that a try, and let me know how you do. That's the Pure Balance PPR Cream. Elle wrote, my next right step is to not walk in fear or to be anxious and worried, but to show gratitude. Whew, take a deep breath with that one, Elle. I love that. Yes. And that's a good next right step for all of us. And focus on, next right step is to walk in gratitude. So taking away the negatives and to focus on the positives. My next right step is to walk in gratitude and appreciation. And for me, I'm just reflecting on it, and in compassion, because I know, my daughters were having some arguments with a couple people yesterday. There were some a thread of some hateful comments on Facebook, and they were getting upset about it. I'm like, you can't, unless you walk in someone else's shoes, but you can't control them, you can control you, right? I am the only one who can upset myself. That's a really good mantra. I am the only one who can upset myself. All right. And Deb said, "What is your perspective on prebiotics and or probiotics? I'm a big fan. I take a probiotic almost every day. It just depends on how I'm eating and where I'm traveling. But probiotics are definitely part of my armamentarium, and especially right now. And because keep my keto green lifestyle, Deb, is so rich in greens and fibers, those are natural prebiotics. So taking a probiotic at the end of the day is great. There's still prebiotics likely in our digestive system for that probiotic to latch onto and do good work. But in general, um, daily probiotics, my gold standard is on my website, ProbioMax. Cheryl wrote, I was thinking about how you said to tend to the wrinkles down there, not just our face. Well, I had a small amount of Jolva left in my tube, so I decided to experiment putting a little on my lip line. Absolutely. That's so funny. Yes, I do. I do say that, and I find that's very, very beneficial. In fact, like I told my VIP group, we did a live group coaching call and about one of my next products coming up. So that was kind of fun to share what they wanted and what we're doing. So let's see here. Um, uh, oh, Cheryl wrote, so uh, anyways, I put some on the lip line and it's only been 3 days and the lines are noticeably less visible. I wish I took a pic before. I'm telling you, it works. My daughter had chapsticks and chapped lips and she used the Jolva on them because she knew that that would help. I love this. My next right step: to not walk in fear or to be anxious or worried, but to be grateful for this time to reset, stay safe, and stay home. Loretta wrote, I'm in postmenopause. However, when I use your balanced PPR cream, I get a period on the days I stop using it. Am I doing something wrong? Well, this is a definitely talk with your gynecologist because we want to see what's going on here. Okay, we really need to understand: is there a polyp? Is there a fibroid? What's going on? You may not be fully postmenopausal because it sounds like you're maybe getting a little withdrawal bleed and needed more progesterone, which is the case in some people with estrogen dominance. Tanya said, I didn't find your new book on Amazon. It is there. It is Keto Green 16. My other book is The Hormone Fix. There is a plagiaristic book called The Hormone Remedy. That is not me. That is not mine. I did not write that. But Keto Green 16 and The Hormone Fix. You'll find if you go to dranna.com, you'll see a pop-up and it will give you links to the book. So anywhere you want to buy it from. So that's at dranna.com. Um, A lot of friends of mine take ashwagandha. Any thoughts on it? Ashwagandha is a great adrenal adaptogen. I don't use it because I use Maca, Mighty Maca Plus with all the adaptogenic blend. So that works well for me. Callie said, about how long does the cream take to help vaginal dryness? So we're talking about Jolva here, Jolva anti-aging cream for the vulva, which is definitely, my signature product. I created it for me and my clients, and that's been going great. So, so I would just say to give it a try. For some people, they notice a difference right away within a week, 2 weeks, and others it can take 2 months. So a pea-size amount, just put a pea-size amount, apply it clitoris to anus, and that does the trick. And just keep up with it. If you have any questions, email my team at drannakebeka.com, team at drannakebeka.com. So Tanya, let me know if you find it now. Jean put links in. Jean, you're fabulous. So if you just look in this thread, Jean put some links for Amazon for Keto Green 16 and for the Hormone Fix. I forgot to ask my other question. Keto Green would be awesome for ladies with pre-diabetes, then, correct? Yes. We have seen improvements in hemoglobin A1C. And one 50-year-old woman that we were following, she did Keto Green 16, 1 cycle, 2 cycles, did her hemoglobin A1C. It dropped from 6.0 pre-diabetes to 5.4 in just 1 month. And that really surprised us both. We're both physicians, but it surprised us that in 1 month we could see such a shift, because it typically is measuring over 2 months' time. So we're continuing to follow her fabulous results. Yes. And my hemoglobin A1C went from 5.7 at one time. It is now runs 4.8, 4.9. So want to get that hemoglobin A1C as close to 5.0 as possible. That is one of the tests I talk about in my book, Keto Green 16, that I want each and every one of you to know. So great question. PPR cream was available. Email team at drannakebeka.com, and we typically mail it to a U.S. address because these are not over-the-counter products in Canada, Jolva or PPR. So email my team and they'll help you. Magali wrote, best precursor supplements for serotonin and dopamine. This is great. I definitely have seen improvements with Mighty Maca Plus, but also using B6 with 5-HTP, B6 with 5-hydroxytryptophan. And sign up on my blog at dranna.com, because next Tuesday, my article on anxiety, how do we address anxiety and how do we manage it? How do we support ourselves physiologically so that we're not experiencing anxiety? And actually, one of my other great books, I'm going to grab this one a second because I know you guys are full of questions today. I'm excited. Here to help. I'll take a couple more and then we'll wrap up. But Dr. Caroline Leaf, Switch on Your Brain Every Day, Switch on Your Brain Every Day. Another one of the books that we're reading together as a family. So great question. And then, estrogen is needed for serotonin production. Testosterone is needed for dopamine production. So if we increase our DHEA, our adrenal hormone, which estrogen and testosterone are derived from, and with Mighty Maca Plus, we've seen as much as a 70% increase in DHEA in just 2 months. So that can really be very beneficial. And then don't forget, progesterone helps produce the neurotransmitter GABA. So when we think hormone neurotransmitter connection, progesterone to GABA, estrogen to serotonin, testosterone to dopamine. So thank you, Magali, for that question. I wish I could hear how you say your name correctly. So Karen said, is it okay to use PPR if you have had your ovaries removed? I still have my uterus. I've been using your PPR cream for about a year and had my ovaries out 8 years ago, never went into menopause symptoms, but my estrogen level is 0. I'm not sure if I need something with the PPR. I do use Jolva also. I think this is perfect, but definitely get your levels optimized. I would add in Mighty Maca Plus to help with the adrenal status too. And you had both ovaries removed 8 years ago. So we definitely want to supplement. And even sometimes looking at your hormone labs, if it's right to supplement some DHEA. I carry one in my office, but it's not on my site. You can email team at drannakebeka.com for an oral DHA in addition to the Jolva cream. So when you have your ovaries removed, 50% of our DHA is produced by the ovaries, the rest by the adrenals. So it sounds like your adrenals have taken over from your ovaries, but we still want to improve those hormones. Definitely read my book, Keto Green 16, because when we control our major hormones, we control our minor hormones as well. We control these other hormones. So let's see, guys, you guys have great questions. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for being here and being part of my community. I'm going to want to share with you a couple more questions that I got here, and then I'm going to close. Carol said, question on latent sclerosis. Mild case went away after steroid cream. Would Jolva cream be recommended to keep this from coming back? I do use your Mighty Maca for hot flashes, and it's helping. I'm reading the Hormone Fix, just concerned as to why I got LS. Your thoughts? Sometimes there's many. LS is a gynecologist nightmare because it can be so hard to treat. Until I created Jolva, it was steroid cream, testosterone cream, antifungals, definitely using antifungals, and And that was a process. And then sometimes, needing additional therapy to heal that tissue. But I have seen it repair. I have seen it repair completely, and I've seen results pretty quickly. So I would recommend Jolva. I'd also recommend PPR cream and use it, alternate one in the morning, Jolva in the morning, PPR cream at night on the area of light and sclerosis. Start on the outside, on the healthy skin, on the outside first, inner thighs, labia majora, and then go closer inside and see if that helps. Definitely work with your gynecologist on this. Now, speaking of working with your gynecologist on this, I was interviewed the other day on a podcast. I won't tell you who, but she said, Dr. Anna, since I've been using your Jolva, I went to my gynecologist and she's like, wow, what you're doing is just great. She said, noticeable results. And of course she experienced it, but also to have that reinforcement from her gynecologist was fabulous. So that was really good. Layla asked, what brand of progesterone cream do I recommend? I recommend my brand because I'm very picky and that's how I created it. Tanya said, if I'm taking bioidentical hormones, can I still use PPR? It really depends on your levels. You want to optimize. Are you taking your bioidentical hormones orally or through a cream? And look at how much is in there, whether you need a little additional more. That's fine. Question about Mighty Maca. It is in stock in the single sticks, and you can order. All pre-orders are first for delivery, so you can pre-order the canister. We should be getting it in another couple weeks. We should be getting our canisters in another couple weeks. I just love. I know I have my stash. We had our people who are on our subscription will get it first. We held back, took it off the store, so we hold back for our subscribers so they get it. Okay. What if 5-HTP makes me feel weird? Then did you take it with B6? That would be the question. And start at 50 milligrams. Work up. Start small, work up. And then again, working on adrenal support and also there, especially with anxiety and to help with serotonin and dopamine. So, meditative practices are huge there, but supporting your body's natural production of serotonin is very beneficial. And many of the foods like pineapple, nuts and seeds have tryptophan in them and can help support your body's natural production of serotonin as well. Many of the foods in Keto Green 16 can help. And then again, giving your body time. But sometimes get a very pure 5-HTP from a good company. That makes a big difference. And try at a smaller dose and see if you can increase. But I always recommend 5-HTP with B6, Magaline. Jean wrote, ladies, PPR is so amazing for so many reasons. I've been on it for over 2 years. I never want to be without it. Sleep in 1 week. And I no longer slept in 1 week, and I no longer wanted to strangle hubby after just a couple weeks. Keeps me so calm. I joke about this now, but it wasn't a joke. This product is priceless. It's so true. Jean, and you've heard me say it. If you only hate your husband 2 weeks out of the month, it's more likely your hormones than your husband, although I'm sure he has some part of it. So yeah, thank you for that, guys. Thank you for being here today and enjoy this very special Good Friday. My love to each and every one of you. Continue to share and bring people along with you to the lives. I will be doing another live tomorrow at 4:30, and I look forward to seeing you. Join me back then. Bye, you guys.